All right, welcome everybody. Take a second to go over this disclaimer if you have not already. Um, in the meantime, I will drop a playlist link in the chat if you would like to listen along. Feel free to do that. I'll give everyone a second to take a look at the disclaimer and also get set up with the playlist if you want to do that, and then we'll get ready to get started. Okay. So again, welcome everyone. If you'd like to listen along to the playlist that I have, oh, I know what's in there. I'm gonna send this chat again. So, okay. So, I think I've muted everyone. Yes. Okay. So as I was just saying, if you want to listen along, go ahead and queue up the playlist. If you want to listen to your own music or sounds of cars driving by, you can feel free to do that as well. I will give a countdown, 3, 2, 1, go, and then I'd go, we go. So 3, 2, 1, go. And my New Year's resolution is to not leave it on shuffle when I teach this. So still good. I almost broke it last week, but we're good. Okay, so we're gonna get started down in child's pose. So go ahead and find your way down there. Your knees can be close together. They can be spread a little bit farther apart. Arms reach long, your forehead sinks into the mat. I'm just taking a couple big inhales in through the nose, feeling the belly, the rib cage, everything fill up, kind of expanding up and out. And as you exhale, you're releasing out through the mouth, feeling the navel pull up towards the spine. And just taking a couple more of these breaths. Just trying to find ourselves on the mat, physically feeling the points of contact you have, your forehead, your hands, your knees, tops of your feet. More than that, trying to get our minds present as well. That's usually the little harder thing to do. To help us along those lines, start to find our way into our Ujjayi, our ocean breath. 3 parts, starting with the nose, holding for a second at the back of your throat. And then as you exhale, letting it back out through the nose. Just taking some time to find your own pace, your own rhythm. And as we go through our flow today, we of course try to keep our breath linked with our movements. You know, we go through all these physical poses, doing the stretching, the strength work, the balance. but we're also trying to do this mental exercise as well. And if you just try to just not think about things or not think about things as they come up, it just would never work. So we just try to keep our focus on our breath and just bringing it back to the breath as it wanders. As you inhale, your fingers can reach towards the top of your mat. As you exhale, the hands can start to walk their way over to the right. They can come off the edge of your mat, so you can start to feel a stretch along that left rib cage. Take an inhale as you exhale, walking the hands back through center, and then letting them walk over to the left. And slowly come back to center. I'm going to try to do something like this. The lights will flicker on and off. Oh, wait, they always do that. Hopefully my studio here is not like the Krusty Krab and the lights stay on. As we inhale, let's find our way up onto our hands and knees, coming into a table. Wrists are beneath the shoulders, knees are beneath the hips. Take a little time to circle, going as wide and as deep as you like. Spending time going one way, reversing, going the opposite. Maybe end up into like a figure 8 type motion if that feels good. And then slowly back to stillness. We'll take our cat and cow stretches. Perhaps we've already done the cat poses earlier. As you inhale, belly drops, gaze looks up. So you exhale, curl, rolling your shoulders. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rolling. Just going through these a couple times at your own pace, your own breath. And slowly we come to stillness. The fingers spread wide, the toes flip under, lifting the hips up, pressing them back, finding your way into your downward facing dog. Hands and feet are about hip width distance, pressing your weight back into your legs. You're trying to have the heels find their way towards your mat. If your hamstrings are a little tight this morning, or if they're always tight, like mine are, feel free to bend one knee and then the other. As one knee bends, that other heel gets a little closer to your mat. And as you're moving about here, or as you're breathing here, just kind of checking in and seeing how everything feels. If anything is a little tight, a little stiff, sore, being aware of that. Or maybe you're nice, loose, open, springy, ready to go. Wherever you are, you'll just find your way to stillness. And as you inhale, look up between the hands, let the knees bend, but you're really thinking more about pulling the quads towards your abs and then stepping or maybe springing your way up to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Take an inhale and rise halfway, finding your flat back. Crown of the head shines forward, hands can find the shins as you inhale and lengthen. Exhale again, fold. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, we start to curl our way up to standing. Your neck, your head are the last things to come up. When you get to the top, arms find their way overhead. Hands come through heart center and let them fall to your sides. We'll breathe in our mountain. Want the toes to touch. Feel the activation rising in the quads, the core. Roll the shoulders up and back. Arms at your sides. Palms open. Fingers are wide. You can set your gaze on something. You can close your eyes. Just feeling the sense of engagement that you have. And then slowly we'll have the hands find their way to heart center. We'll take a moment to set an intention for our practice. Inhale, lifting your intention, lifting your hands overhead. Maybe slight little back bend as the heart shines up. And as you exhale, coming through heart center, folding to the top of your mat. So you inhale, rise halfway to flat back. So you exhale, hands are down, step the feet back, finding a high plank. This first time, let's let the knees drop, coming to the tops of your feet. Elbows point behind you as they hug alongside, lower the chest and chin. And as you inhale, the hips drop, the heart lifts, coming to a cobra. Exhale, flipping, and then finding your way back. Downward facing. So still getting warmed up on these opening sequences, getting used to bending, folding, getting used to moving with our breath. We'll take a couple more sanes. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, stepping or hopping. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Slowly, we roll to standing. Arms come up overhead. Hands through heart center, falling to your sides. Inhale, reach up. So you exhale, let your left arm reach forward, right goes behind you, turning, looking over that back hand if your neck is okay with that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right forward, left goes back. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward, lead with the heart. Forward fold. Take an inhale and rise halfway. So you exhale, the hands go down, the feet step back, high plank. Option to drop the knees like we did that first time, or you can keep them lifted as you lower and hover into our Chaturanga. Inhaling forward to your cobra, or finding your upward facing dog where the hips and quads are off the mat. Exhale, flipping the toes, coming back, downward facing. We'll do another inhale, look up, knees bend, hips drop, stepping or hopping, forward fold. Rising halfway. Exhale, fold. Reverse. sweep tall. Hands through heart center to your sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Flat back, inhale. Hands down. You can step to your high plank. If you wanted to try floating to your low plank, you could do that. Inhaling cobra or upward facing. Exhale, flipping back, downward facing. So as we go through that sequence, and we do it a lot because it's the way that we kind of link everything together, you can always feel free to modify and choose which versions of it you want to do. If you want to step back, drop the knees, come up through cobra, float back, up dog, or just skip the whole thing entirely and just go back to your down dog. So choose your own adventure as we move on. Okay. So meeting back in our down dog, we will take an inhale and look up, bend the knees, drop the hips, step or hop to the top of the mat. Flat back, inhale, exhale, fold, reverse, and sweep tall. Hands through heart center to your sides. Legs come together, arms come overhead. Exhale, dropping, coming into your Utkatasana, your chair pose. I don't have any fun surprises to put Bernie into the video this week, but never know, he'll make future appearances. But the core is engaged, it keeps your lower back straight. You're sitting into your seat, and keeping the arms reaching forward. Inhale. You can put your weight in your heels, having the toes curl off. You can balance on the balls of your feet, lifting your heels. Keep reaching forward. Inhale. Exhale, straighten and fold. Heart up, hands down, high to low. Again, however you want to do this. Elbows come alongside you. Inhale, the heart lifts. Exhale, the toes flip back, downward facing. And as you inhale, lift your right leg tall. So you exhale, let that right foot step forward. Pivot and plant the back foot at a 45-degree angle. Strong core lifts the torso, lifts the arms, warrior one. So we're lunging into this front knee, making sure it stays over your ankle. The left hip is probably back. You're trying to have it peeking forward. Probably won't quite get there for most of us, but that's okay. And then finding our breath. We breathe. As we inhale, we reach the fingers tall. But as you exhale, let the shoulders drop away from your ears. Feel that space. Inhale. Exhale, turn, open, find your warrior two. The heel aligns with the arch or the heel of the back foot. Arms are level. Torso is centered. Inhale, looking forward. Sinking into your lunge. Spin, drop the back arm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmill your way through high to low plank. Inhale, the heart lifts, cobra or up dog. Exhale, it comes back as you flip to your down dog. As you inhale, lift the left leg. So then let the left foot step. Pivot and plant that right foot. Strong core takes you up. Warrior one. Settling into your lunge. Inhale. Exhale, turn open. Warrior two. Sink low. Feel your feet squeezing together, engaging the underside of your legs. Spin, drop the back arm, reverse. Exhale, windmill down, high to low. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, pike it, downward facing. Inhale, look up, knees bend, hips drop, step or hop, forward, flat back, fold, reverse, sweep tall. Sit back, land in your chair. Inhale. Exhale, straighten and fold. Hard up, hands down, high to low. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. The right leg lifts. Step it forward. Plant big. Inhale, pull up, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two. Spin drop, reverse. Exhale, high plank. Lower chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Left leg lifts. Step. Plant. One. Open. Two. Reverse. Windmill down. High plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. One more of those. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, look up. Bend the knees, drop the hips, step or hop. Flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Reverse your swan dive, sweep tall. So you exhale, sitting into your chair. Inhale. Exhale, sweep both of your arms to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, sweep left. Center. Exhale, sweep right. Center. Exhale, sweep left. Center, lift the heels, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fold down. Lift the heart, drop the hands, step or hop, high to low. Inhale through your up dog, and then meet me back. Your downward facing. The right leg lifts. As you exhale, bring that right knee in towards your nose. Inhale, kick. Exhale to the right elbow. Kick. Exhale to the left elbow. Kick. Step it forward. Plant, come up. 1. Open. 2. Reverse. High plank and hold here. Root into the right hand. Spin the heels to the left. Lift the left arm tall. Feet can be stacked. You can drop the lower leg, make a kickstand. From either position, you can lift the top leg up. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, square it off. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. And kick to the left elbow. And kick. Cross it to the right. And kick. Step it forward. Plant, pull it up. 1. Open. 2. Drop. Reverse. Windmill and hold. High plank. The left hand roots. The right arm lifts. Strong core lifts. Your right side, maybe your right leg. Exhale, square it off. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Exhale. Downward facing. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Inhale, look forward. Knees bend, hips drop, step or hop. Flat back. Fold. Reverse, sweep up. Plopping back into your chair. Inhale. Exhale, straighten and fold. Inhale, flat back. Turn the toes out. Turn the heels to meet them. Drop the hips. Come into a squat. Stay here. Plant your hands. Lift your legs. Surprise crow. Can you be strong as you float back to your plank? Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, pike. Downward facing. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, side up through the mouth. Get ready and lift that right leg tall. Exhale, knee to nose. Kick. Exhale, bring it to the right elbow. Hold it here. Lower it to the right wrist. Sweep it over to the left wrist. Pull it up to the left elbow. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Kick it tall. Step forward. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Come up. Crescent lunge. Arms are tall. Hips are squared, face forward. Maybe you have a micro bend in that back knee. So we exhale. We're going to lower and hover it. Just like an inch or two off the ground. Inhale, lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower, hold. 3, 2, 1. Lean forward, tilt, sweep, lift off. Skandasana. Flex your foot, engage your core. The more horizontal you get, the harder it gets. Easier it is to knock over all this glassware. Slowly, gonna land back into that crescent lunge. Arms are tall, but then the left hand goes down. The right arm reaches tall. Take the stretch here for a second. Try to have a nice straight line from your left wrist up through your right fingertips. And then root into that left hand, step the right leg back. Side plank. Inhale. Exhale, square it off. Lower. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Left leg up. Knee to nose. Kick. To the left elbow, hold. To the left wrist. To the right wrist. Pull it up, hold. 3, 2, 1. Kick. Step. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Lower that back knee and lift it tall. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Tilt. Sweep. Skandasana. And slowly land, lunge. Right hand down. Left arm reaches tall. Again, thinking about the stretch. And then rooting into that hand, step the leg back. Inhale. Exhale, find high plank, hold here. Lower that left forearm to the mat. Lower the right forearm to the mat. Spin the left arm parallel to the top of your mat. Spin, lift the right arm tall. So you exhale, thread right arm under. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. And lift. Thread. Lift. Thread. Lift. Plant that right hand from your left hand. Press yourself up. High plank. Lower chaturanga. Press up, high plank. Right forearm down. Left forearm down. Right arm spins. Turn. Lift the left arm. Inhale. Exhale, thread. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. Lift. Thread. Lift. Thread. Lift. Plant. Press up. high plank, Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale, come back, down dog. And we can take a child's pose here. Sitting back. Maybe reaching the arms behind you, maybe interlacing. A sip of water. If your arms are behind you, bring them back out in front of you. Let's take an inhale and lift the left arm up. So you exhale, thread the left arm underneath your right, letting your forehead or your left cheek drop to the mat. Feel free to keep the hips low or lift them a little taller. Slowly uncurling that left arm. Bring it back out in front of you. The right arm lifts. The right arm threads under. And then slowly that right arm makes its way back out in front of you. We'll start to curl our way up first, coming to a table. The fingers spread wide. The toes flip under. And lifting, coming up. Downward facing. You can take some time to check back in with your dog and maybe see how this one compares to the first one we did. Then from our dog, inhale, lift your right leg tall. Bend the knee, open up the hips. So your lower leg is parallel with the floor and with the ceiling. Option to flip your dog, letting that right foot fall and the right hand come up if you want to do that. Or feel free to stay where you are. Eventually making your way back to a three-legged dog. And then letting the foot step up. And we'll just open up to a warrior two. So back foot again is parallel with the back of your mat. Front foot is forward. Torso is centered. Arms reach out. And then sinking into your lunge. And just as soon as I got a set, straighten the right leg. Bring the fingertips overhead. Peaceful warrior. lunge, warrior two. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, up. Lunge. Inhale, up. Lunge. Now drop the back arm, reverse. Bring that forearm to your quad. The left arm reaching up. Option to lift this bottom arm off your leg. Inhale. And then we're going to circle the top arm around and pull yourself back, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Circle, pull, warrior two. Reverse. Extended side angle. Now hold this one for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now feel free to have this hand fall to the mat, to a block, or even back to your leg. That's okay too. I don't want you to have it on the ground if you're totally hunching this left shoulder. So above, or you want it above the wrist or up on the leg. If you take your half bind or your full bind and you want to do that, feel free to go for it. If people do their bird of paradise, you can do that as well. But everyone is just going to eventually find our way back to a warrior two. Start to tilt this front foot in a little bit. Turn the back foot towards the back corner of your mat. Spine as tall as we start to bend into this front leg. Knee is the same direction as your foot. Come up onto the heel of that back leg. And then we're just going to do our Skandasana Shuffle thing here. Now feel free to linger in each place. Feel free to have the hands come off the mat. Just kind of whatever feels good. Thinking about the hips here. You could pause the center, although it's probably not a popular choice. Now let's take one more trip to the back of the mat. Let's take one to the top and then turn into a runner's lunge. So let the left knee drop. Left hand roots. Right hand comes up to your right leg. And then you can kind of turn onto the edge of your right foot as you drop the hip to the left. Look up. Maybe pulling this right knee back a little bit. And then slowly come back to the center line. Take a lizard, turning your foot out to the right. And then you can lower the forearms to a block or to your mat. Again, making sure the knee and the foot point the same direction. And then slowly you can walk our way out of this. Bringing this leg back to the center line. Take a counter stretch. Folding. Some people can sit farther back towards the foot. I get Perfectly good stretch up here though, so I'll stay here. And just finding your breath wherever you are. It's easy to lose it in these static holds, but it's maybe even more important here. And then slowly coming back. You can just sweep this leg behind us. You have to take a wide leg. Child's pose to reset and do that. Then we'll regroup downward facing. From our down dog, the left leg will lift. Bend the knee, open the hips. Option to flip your dog if you want to do that, or just stay where you are. And then slowly coming forward, coming up warrior two, I will turn face this way. Again, finding that alignment, sinking. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Lunge, warrior two. Inhale, lift, and lunge, lift, lunge, lift, lunge. One more time, come up. Lunge, drop the back arm, reverse. Forearm to the quad. Lift it off. Inhale. Circle sweep. Warrior two. Drop, reverse. Come forward. Warrior two. One more time. This time we'll hold it. Breathe in here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that hand fall to the mat, to a block, back to your leg. And try and have that nice straight line through your shoulders. And slowly, want to take your mind reaching. You can do that. Maybe your bird, if that's in your practice. But we'll just find your way back to warrior two. And again, turning so that we're kind of facing the inside corners. We'll crouch. And we'll shift. And then your next trip up to the top of your mat, we'll switch sides. Gonna let the right knee lower. Right hand is to the inside. I'm gonna turn on to the edge and play around, see how this feels. And then back to center, foot turns to the left. Slowly lower, finding your lizard. And then slowly walk beneath the shoulders. Take that counter stretch. Slowly coming back. Oh yeah. Swing this leg behind you. Maybe you need that child's pose and finding your way to your down dog. Not done with the hip work just yet. From your dog, lift your right leg tall, bend the knee open. And then we're getting set, half pigeon. Right knee towards your right hand. Your foot tries to cross over. If your right hip is up in the air, you can put a block underneath it. Then as you get set, you can stay tall, or you can lower the forearms, making your way down into your pigeon. Again, this tends to be one of those poses where people will hold their breath, not breathe, the nice even pace. You want to try not to do that. You try to keep your breath. Inhale, exhale. And slowly and start to walk your wrists beneath your shoulders. Flip a leg, shake it out, tap it out, whatever you need. Then we'll get set to take that on the other side. Left leg up, opens, and then come forward. Slowly starting to walk your wrists beneath the shoulders. And then finding your way up and out, shaking it out, tapping it out. And then just from here, we're going to find our way to a seated position with our legs out in front of us, however you want to do that. Getting situated, spine is tall. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, fold forward. And then slowly coming back to a tall spine. You can either hug the right knee in, cross it over the left, and then turn, take a stretch, or take the right foot to the quad and then just take the stretch this way. Player's choice. Coming up, switching sides. Turning, folding. And then slowly coming tall. Just hug the knees in. We'll lean back, lifting the legs, engaging the core, finding your Navasana, your boat pose. And then slowly we can lower. We'll get set for our back bends. Start with your feet in towards your hips. You want them placed so you can just touch your heels with your fingertips. And pressing into the soles of your feet, lifting your hips. Arms can stay alongside of you. You can interlace beneath your lower back. Just make sure you're not turning your head from side to side. And slowly lower. And we'll get set to do another bridge, or if you want to take wheel, bringing your hands to either side of your head. Feel free to do that. Bridge or wheel, inhale, rise up. We'll hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lowering. Everyone hugs their knees into the chest. Circling on your lower back. And coming to stillness, your arms extend out at your shoulders, let the knees drop to the right, the head falls to the left, spinal twist. Slowly back to center. Switching side, legs left, head is right. Slowly back to center. So one final squeeze in. And then draw the soles of the feet together. And we'll get set to release our Ujjayi breath. Big inhale in through the nose. Belly to rib cage all the way to your collarbones. Big exhale, sigh out through your mouth. One more inhale, filling everything up. Exhale, releasing. Welcome to stay here. You're welcome to extend your legs long. Settling into your Shavasana, relaxing your body, relaxing your mind. Slowly Starting to bring your awareness back, bringing movement to your fingers, to your toes. When you're ready, reaching your arms up overhead, taking a full body stretch. Feeling all the length from your heels up out the tips of your fingers. Drawing your knees to your chest. Rolling to your right side. Using your arms to help press yourself up to a cross-legged seated position. Eyes closed, spine is tall. Taking a moment to thank yourself for coming out today, spending time caring for your body, for your mind. Bringing our hands to our heart center, recalling the intention we set at the beginning of practice. We'll take an inhale together as a community. Exhale, releasing. Leaving your hands at heart center to lead with a kind heart. Thumbs to our lips to speak kind words. To our third eye to think kind thoughts. Respect to ourselves and to each other. I bow to you. Namaste. So thanks for coming out today, everyone. Hope you all had a good time. If you have any questions, I'll hang out for a little bit. Otherwise, hope you enjoy your day, your weekend, long weekend, hopefully. And look forward to seeing everyone again soon.